Zakopane is a popular travel destination in Poland. It is a small, charming, gentle mountain town. In addition to the unique features bearing the image of the mountainous region with the beauty of traditional wooden cottages, there are also vibrant and colorful streetlights, shops, cafes, and even a walking street similar to the other bigger cities. Most Polish travel itineraries start in Warsaw and end in Krakow. However, venturing 2 hours further south brings you to one of the most beautiful destinations in Europe, Zakopane. The town of Zakopane is located in the southern Poland, 100 kilometers from Krakow and 500 kilometers from Warsaw. This place is known as the Winter Palace of Poland. However, the mountains here flaunt snowcaps all year round. Yep, even during summer. The first impression when visiting Zakopane is the beauty of this land, like a fairy in a fairy tale. Located near the Tatra Mountains between Poland and Slovakia, in addition to the awe-inspiring natural landscapes, the old town here is also very attractive with lovely wooden houses surrounded by a view full of trees and flowers. Located in a narrow valley between the Tatra Mountains and the Kubałówka Hill, Zakopane is blessed with numerous streams, valleys, and majestic mountains. Zakopane was discovered in the 16th century and once belonged to the Austrian Empire. It was not until later that it returned to Poland and was the ideal summer and winter resort town of many Polish royal dynasties. Zakopane is a great base for hiking in the area. The town is nestled right next to the Tatra National Park and trails are abundant. Most trails are day-long hikes. Try a full day hiking up to the peak, then return to the town and relax at the end of it. Certain trails are very well defined, but you'll also find some that aren't that way. So a good pair of hiking boots is the bare minimum if you want to be comfortable while enjoying blissful views all day. I learned that it's a local custom to greet others during the hike. A simple hello is good enough. Reason for this is to be nice, of course, but also saying hello while making eye contact gives our mind a few extra seconds to register a person. This identification and approximate last seen location will be helpful info for the search and rescue team in case a solo hiker or even a group goes missing in these mountains. It's a huge expanse of land after all. And just like that, all of a sudden, getting lost in the woods doesn't sound all that romantic. Nonetheless, continuing the romance with Zakopane, the phrase "in the lap of nature" fits this perfectly. Actually, besides the stunning mountain peaks, there are also some stunning mountain lakes here, and a hike to see these pristine lakes will always be worth it. The most famous of them all being Lake Morskie Oko, Eye of the Sea, which requires a bus ride to the base of the trail. It's about a 2-hour walk from the drop-off point each way. It is the largest and the 4th deepest lake in the Tatra Mountains and is located deep in the Tatra National Park. The peaks surrounding the lake are about 1,000 meters above the lake's surface. One of them is Ryżus Mountain. At 2,500 meters, it is the highest peak in the Polish Tatras. The lake is called the Eye of the Sea because the water is always clear. In addition, the name also derived from an old legend according to which the lake is connected to the sea through an underground passage. Gazenkowa Valley in Tatra National Park is a protected area that is home to some of the best hiking in all of Poland. There are some stunning hikes where you'll pass unique flora and fauna along the way. The Gazenkowa Valley is home to several glaciers and waterfalls. Hiking the Dolina Gazenkowa Trail is one of the most popular things to do while visiting Zakopane. Being a budget backpacker, for a very, very long time, I've believed that 4 to 5 days in a city is kind of the sweet spot in terms of how long you want to stay there before moving to another location. However, Zakopane is the kind of place where I could imagine myself staying longer. Much, much longer. When it comes to the most beautiful destinations for nature lovers in the world, majority would talk about Switzerland and dream of the Alps. Well, I've been there, so I do agree that it deserves the hype. However, Zakopane is the inexpensive value for money option, which offers a similar immersive experience, but at a fraction of the cost. It should come as a surprise to no one that the region's natural beauty is what attracts so many people to visit Zakopane. Okay, speaking of surprises, for a small town that Zakopane is, what did surprise me was how huge the center street here is. The famous Krupowski Street in Zakopane is known as one of the 5 most poetic streets in Poland. Only pedestrians and horse-drawn carriages are allowed here. Both sides of the road are hundreds of years old wooden houses with unique architecture. It must be said that the architecture of the houses here is really impressive. Wherever you go, you will be amazed by the unique and strange architecture. I've been to more than 40 European cities, but this is probably one of the 2 places I'm most excited about right now. I've not seen this kind of architecture anywhere else in Europe. The main street also got you covered for souvenir shops, supermarkets, or just a relaxing stroll. Another must when in Zakopane, Poland is to eat orzepek. It's a sheep's milk smoked cheese that is a specialty in Tatra region, and you'll find stalls selling this food in Zakopane town and other mountain lodges. The recipe is strictly followed and dates back to the 14th century. Unlike the cost of living and staying in Zakopane, which is quite cheap, the cost of eating at a restaurant here is not so cheap. The average price would be around 12 to 15 euros. While hiking up in the Tatras, I found so many blueberry plants with berries on them. I just love eating right from the tree and had a great time feasting here. Actually, the same berries are plucked by the local sellers and then sold in the markets in small packs for 5 or 10 zloty. This was a simple activity yet planted a core memory in my heart. Everything is so pure about this place. I loved it. Justina decided to join and she enjoyed the berries as well. There are already many things that make Zakopane an attractive holiday destination. But one more attraction that fits perfectly into the vision of an ideal vacation here would be the thermal baths and swimming pools. With indoor and outdoor swimming pools as well as catering facilities, the thermal baths offer entertainment for children and adults. So, if you're feeling a little lazy, head towards the Gubałówka Hill with stunning views of the Tatras and home to some of the best thermal spas. There are so many things to do in Zakopane, it can be hard to narrow them down. Nestled in the Tatra Mountains, it is easily one of the best places to visit in Europe. The Polish mountain town serves as a great base to the stretch of the Karpathian Mountains. Zakopane is an outdoor wonderland that provides visitors access to snow-capped peaks, waterfalls, alpine forests, mountain lakes, wildlife, quaint towns, and meadow-filled valleys. Zakopane is a place with majestic nature and beautiful central street. The cost of traveling here is quite inexpensive compared to some other European countries. How inexpensive? Well, maybe 1/3 compared to the Northern Europe and maybe half compared to the Western Europe. Poles are friendly people and most born after 1990s do speak English. Zakopane ranks very high on their popular destination list, and so the city will be especially crowded on weekends. If possible, you should try to visit during weekdays. By the way, if you want to take rest or a short break with some food during hiking, you can stop by at one of these lodges. You can buy soup, broth, warm water, and other essentials here. There are also many benches along the trail if you want to sit and relax for a bit. Justina is actually camera shy, but she was a real sport throughout, putting up with my endless photo requests. Thanks so much, Justy. I wasn't very well prepared before coming to Zakopane, and if it was not for you, I would have never been able to experience this paradise as well as I did. Dziękuję bardzo, Justina. I've had incredible experiences, one after the other, right from the first day after arriving in Poland. And Zakopane elevated that experience to another level. To experience this kind of kindness and hospitality while traveling solo is mind-blowing. The Zakopane experience was way more beautiful than my original imagination. Despite having seen many European destinations, Zakopane was extremely impressive and absolutely deserves to be considered the hidden gem of Europe that's a must visit. I hope you enjoyed seeing a bit of Zakopane. Do like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to be notified for more travel content just like this. As always, thanks for watching, keep exploring. This is Rahul for Roam Around, and I'll see you in the next one.